buying in the supermarket, because somebody can put a fake NAFDAC number on the product, and we buy it from the supermarket believing indeed they're NAFDAC certified. So what organizations like NAFDAC could do is to enhance their communication with the public. And this enhancement, this is a TV show, so we might not have the time to go into it in the kind of details that we need to. Then there's also Standards Organization of Nigeria. We hear about some is present in the ports to make sure that low quality products do not enter the shores of Nigeria, and also to ensure that the ones that are locally produced meet quality specifications. However, it goes back to communication with the consumer. Even if I see NIS certification mark on the equipment, NIS, that's Nigerian Industrial Standard Certification, which is something NAFDAC allows you to put on a product that they have certified. It does not mean the product really has been certified. It could be a fake product with just the NIS seal on top of it.
Isn't that a disaster? Isn't that disastrous?
It is disastrous, and you can see what has happened in recent times. We are paying the price for this lack of communication between regulatory agencies. And why do I say lack of communication? If you go to the NAFDAC website, they have a place where they talked about list of registered products, right? And I did a test with all these issues going on in Nigeria. I said, let me even test some of these databases, and I put in a name of my favorite made in Nigerian conflicts that has been around since God knows when. I think that conflicts has been, I don't want to say the name because I don't want it to seem like a product placement or an endorsement of that product. But I just ran a test and I put the name of that conflicts, and it did not show up as a registered NAFDAC product, and I know that they're registered. So it's either the databases are not being updated regularly as they should be, or I don't know what else to think. Now, if you go to Standards Organization of Nigeria, I don't see a database at all on their website. People can tell lies when they make products by putting fake information on the product label. But if these regulatory agencies have a database where any Nigerian can go and check, it makes life a lot easier. So if I want to buy a product, if I look at it, yes, there's a NAFDAC number, I go to the NAFDAC website, I put it, or even a USSD code, I send it, and it returns that yes, it has been registered.
For instance, there are
some of the problems have been solved.
Yeah, Vivian, for instance, there are some drugs that you buy and then you get a code at the back where you scratch, and then you can put a call through to verify if it's authentic.
Precisely.
Okay, let's...
So why not do that for every product?
Okay, let's take a short break. We'll be right back to continue the conversation. Please stay with us.
All right, then.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. I've found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neo. I found Blemiviv, and now my skin finally makes sense.
True unripe plantain flour is 100% natural flour gotten from the processing of unripe plantain. It contains no addictive and has a net content of 500 grams. True unripe plantain flour contains vitamin A, B6 and C. It is gluten-free and rich in calcium. Consuming True unripe plantain flour helps to build and strengthen stronger bones and can be a great meal for diabetic patients. It decreases your chances of constipation as it has a high fiber content and provides you with a low-fat diet. Here are some steps to prepare your True unripe plantain flour. Firstly, mix true unripe plantain flour with hot water in a pot and gradually add water till you achieve desired thickness. Place over medium heat and turn very well for 4 to 5 minutes to get the right texture. Mold into a ball and place in a bowl and allow to cool. Serve with your choice of soup. True unripe plantain flour can be eaten with any variety of soup, be it your ofe oha, ofe onugbu, begiri, ewedu, or your miyan kuka. To get your true unripe plantain flour, contact us at 12 Olowera Isheri Road by First Welder bus stop off Omole Phase 2, Olowera, Lagos, Nigeria, or call 070-6663-8213 or 081-6397-4447. Distributors are needed nationwide.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's true unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
True unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. True unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am, take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081-6397-4447, 080-3564-4436, 070-6663-8213. Banga Fresh Palm Fruit Extract.
Welcome back. We're still discussing quality control management with Vivian Annie, who is a managing partner at Highnet Resources Limited. And now let's talk about the consequences of churning out low quality products on the economy, especially if you look at companies when trying to mitigate against price hike. You see a lot of them reducing the quality of their product. What exactly do you think? You know, you mentioned some earlier, especially when it comes to the usage of drugs. But let's look at other products, especially food items. Churning out low quality products to mitigate against price hike. What are some of the other consequences that this has on the economy?
All the consequences are great, especially with anything that human beings have to ingest into their bodies. With food, depending on the way they reduce the quality. If they start buying from cheaper suppliers, as long as the cheaper suppliers are selling to them at such prices, because indeed they've been able to find a way to make the raw material cheaper without compromising on quality, it is fine. But we know that that is very difficult. A lot of times it's because such suppliers are cutting corners, you know, either doing the things that they have no business doing or some other things. So if you sell this kind of products and individuals take them at the risk of their health, look, if I used to use a product before and I used to take it and I had no issues, and all of a sudden I take it, I start to experience either stomach distress, food low quality issues will always come out in some way. It now means that I'm not going to purchase that product again. So in the short term, you the manufacturer, you have gained, but in the long term you've lost reputation, and once you lose reputation, it is very, very difficult to gain it back. If you remember, I don't know, this was quite many years ago, many years, because I know that I'm not even quite sure how long it was. I read about it years after it had happened. Somebody used to make baby products,
Okay.
All right? It was teeth and powder. Yes, it's not food, but it's something that comes into contact with the mouth.
Yes.
And then he hired a new chemist in his factory who maybe did not understand or, degrees, people get degrees in all kinds of ways, and mistook two chemicals for the other and ordered the wrong chemical and put it into the baby teeth in powder. And a lot of babies died. And this thing was not discovered until a lot of babies had died. And then they traced it to that particular teeth in powder. So for anything, what I always advise manufacturers, and because we deal with a lot of manufacturers and because of our work, is rather than reducing quality in these trying times, why don't you think of reducing quantity?
But isn't that a problem too?
If your
Vivian
product used to be 25 grams before, you can inform the regulatory agencies that, look, we're taking it down from 25 to 20 grams.
Okay, I like the fact, hold on, Vivian. I like the fact that you said that the companies should inform the consumers that, okay, we're reducing the quantity. But what you find these days is that the quantity just reduces without any prior information, and then consumers are in shock, are wondering what's going on. What they're buying at a particular price, the price remains, but the quantity has reduced. Isn't that also a problem?
Well, you see, as long as the manufacturer is transparent about it. What I do, maybe because, we do this in the line of work I do, when I pick up anything I want to buy to eat, I look at the weight. Times 25 grams, 100 grams, 50 grams. And over time, I know when the weight changes, but most people don't notice. However, it is unethical for manufacturers to change the weight of their product. In fact, not just unethical, illegal in a lot of cases, without informing the consumer that the price has changed. However, how they inform the consumer might vary. If they put it on the package and you choose not to read what is on the label of the product, well, that's your own fault, because the manufacturer has communicated as far as the law is concerned. Whether you now decide to read or you don't decide to read, well, that's another thing entirely. But however, where it now becomes deceptive is when he keeps it, he claims it is still 25 grams, when in reality it is no longer 25 grams, it is now 20 grams. And then he does not communicate.
And then we see that happen a lot of times.
Label, not in any other way. That's unethical and illegal.
But are there, okay, so we have a lot of regulatory bodies, the quality control agencies in Nigeria. We have SON, you mentioned SON earlier. We have NAFDAC, there's the CPC, NIS, FCCPC. But how much impacts do these organizations have, especially in the enforcement of consequences on defaulting organizations? Because yes, you get a product, it's not up to the quality you want. What are the measures put in place to ensure that consumers get what they ask for and they are able to report defaulting organizations?
Oh, there's a reporting system. For NAFDAC, they have a reporting system. Standard organization, for sure, I know they have a reporting system. But the problem with the average Nigerian consumer is that we don't make a fuss. We really do not make a fuss. We buy a product and there's something wrong with the product, rather than to help the company, because at times the company is not even aware of what's happening. At times the product you bought is counterfeit and you're not aware that it's counterfeit. Rather than to help the company and other stakeholders and other consumers, all the stakeholders, the regulatory bodies and consumers and co, by reporting that there was a problem. A lot of Nigerian consumers just grumble. Either they grumble and stop buying the product, but really they don't take it to the next step.
But do you blame, Vivian, let me come in there. Do you blame these consumers? Because at times when you report, you discover that it's a long process. I've been in this situation before where you report and then you discover that it's a long process. You go take the product back to the mall because, of course, you're not getting it from the manufacturers directly. You take it back to the mall. The mall tells you, well, we're not the ones manufacturing it. And so you see that it's a heinous process and then you just want to take the easy way by not just patronizing them anymore. Isn't that the case?
I agree with you, and I agree with you entirely. And one of the things I'm going to say right now is that the regulatory agencies themselves should simplify the reporting process. Meaning that even if I buy an item from a supermarket, it doesn't just end with me going to the supermarket who say they're not going to take it back. There has to be a database where I can log in a complaint. And because if you log in, like based on the experience you had. If you log in a complaint, I log in a complaint, and hundreds and thousands of people start logging in a complaint. The agency knows that this is not a one-off thing that's happening, and that way they can alert the manufacturer and say, look, we're getting so many complaints. People are calling. In fact, they should have a standard where if they have more than 50 complaints, if they have one complaint, this is what they're going to do. If they have less than 50, this is what they will do. If they have 100, if they have 200, and so that there's an automatic trigger. A simple SMS database or an email database, those things that are easily accessible to the public, so that I don't have to leave my house. If I get a defective product, I don't have to leave my house to make a formal report.
You make this sound so easy, Vivian. Sorry? I like the fact that you make this sound so easy and practicable. But who is responsible for ensuring that these things are done? The database, the reporting system, all of this. Who is responsible for making the process easy?
Should I tell you the truth? Where there's a will, there's a way. The problem is that there's no will. See, I give you a real life example. I had a problem once. I was outside Nigeria. I was in the UK, I think, and I bought a product, and I think something happened, and my whole skin reacted. And as soon as I got back to the store where I bought it, in fact, they just looked at my face. I didn't even need to make a report. They just looked at my face, saw the product I was holding, and I tell you, everybody ran out to come and look at my face, and they nearly grabbed the product, issued me a refund, gave me a complaint form. Now, that happens in other countries because there's a will.
True.
It's not impossible for it to happen in Nigeria. The problem in Nigeria is that there's no will. When I talk about
will on the part of the manufacturers
agencies to do the right thing.
Vivian, will on the part of the manufacturers or will on the part of the consumers?
All of us. Will on the part of we the consumers, because we can exert influence on the regulatory agencies, will on the part of the regulatory agencies who can exert influence on the manufacturers. So it's an ecosystem.
So how much of public enlightenment is in place, especially, and how much is effective, especially when it comes to reporting these cases? How many people know what to do?
Look, it is unfortunate. Many people do not know what to do. And I tell you one thing, all the regulatory agency organs, they all travel outside the shores of this country. One reason why you go to all the embassies that are not Nigerian and you see a long queue of Nigerians is because Nigerians want the standards they see in those countries. They want to get it for themselves. So it is sad when you see that these regulatory agencies know the standards in these countries and they enjoy the standards in this country. The kids are overseas enjoying the standards and they don't want to create a system for the same. It is not difficult. So coming out with an enlightenment campaign is not difficult. Even if it's as an SMS campaign, even if it is sponsoring jingles, whatever it is, it's not. But like I said to you, that where there's no will, everything now seems difficult. That's what we're having in Nigeria because there's no will.
Now, let's look at the laws. I'm sure there are laws backing up quality control management. What are some of these laws and why are they not being enforced? Because I know that one problem we have in Nigeria is we have several laws, but enforcement is usually the issue.
You'll be surprised to hear that that's the Standards Organization of Nigeria, which is responsible for standards of all the goods that are sold, made locally and imported into Nigeria. First, the Enabling Act first came into existence in 1971, and then it was later amended in 2015 to what we now see as Standards Organization of Nigeria. So there is no lack of laws, or there is lack of laws. That's what I'm trying to say. The laws are there. The problem is what happens between the law and the consumer. Don't forget that it is human beings that enforce laws. It's not ghosts, it's not angels from heaven.
True.
So if human beings refuse to enforce laws, or human beings are hindered, let me use that word, hindered from enforcing laws, then there's a problem.
All right, thank you so much, Annie Vivian, for joining us on today's episode of Business Breakfast. It's really been an enlightening session with you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, coming up, the Nigerian Exchange All Share Index closed at 41,975.45 points to reflect a decline of 0.09% from the previous trading day and a year-to-date return of 4.23%. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back with more details.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiviv Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiviv family.